Right, good morning everyone. Okay, right, nice to see you all. Right, in our previous class, we have discussed a few things. In what way we have to make a sentence into passive. Further, I told that I'm going to share with you 16 golden rules. Okay, right, when I try to explain, most of you people got scared of it, and you people has, you know, left me alone there itself. Okay. Right, very good, very good. So these are the primary rules. These all things has to be remembered. Right, to make passive sentence, say firstly. So what is the first duty is we have to find the subject of the sentence. So what is the subject, noun or pronoun of a sentence that is used before the verb? So that is considered generally as a subject. And the next part, we have to find out verb. What is the verb? So which form was given in the sentence while writing a sentence or while making a sentence into passive? These things has to be found first. Right. First form of the verb was given, or has it been given like do not or does not plus V1? Or is it given like V2 or V3 with have or has, or V3 or with had? V4 with am is are, or V4 with was or word. So this is also has to be understood. Right, very good. Right, let us see. Then third one. What is the third one? To find out object. Right, by questioning the sentence we can find the object of the sentence. Right, if we question the sentence by using what? Okay, the answer that we get for the word what, then it is considered as a direct object. But if you get the answer by using whom, then it is to be considered as a indirect object. Other than what and whom, if you use any other word to find the object by using any another WH word, if you question the sentence by using any other WH word other than what and whom, so that answer may not be considered as a object of the sentence. This thing has to be understood very well. And then next, so after finding all these, right, after finding the subject, what is the subject, what is the verb, what is the object, so these rules has to be followed. So after finding it, subject, verb, object, so while making a sentence into passive, so right, we have to start the sentence with object. So what object was used? Okay, right. So what is the object, and that object has to be used at the starting. And the next, use suitable helping verb. So in what helping verb that we are supposed to use? Even see there was a small table even which I have named as a principle of replacement. Okay, then next third one is use past participle form of the verb, and fourth rule is use suitable preposition, and the fifth one is end the sentence with the subject of the given. In the given sentence, what is the subject? That subject has to be used in the passive sentence at the end. So these are the primary rules. Okay, clear? Right, see that. So these are the fundamental rules. These all fundamental rules has to be understood. Now after we understood all these fundamental rules, we need to go ahead. What are the golden rules? So out of the golden rules, 6 rules in my first live session I have discussed with you. The first, you can give it. You can give it, man. And not only that, Dhanush, you have to do one thing. You have to inform your friends. See that nobody has come to class. Okay, now it's going on. Just you have to inform everyone by either by making call or by sharing this video link on the groups. Okay, try to do it. Try to make other people join the class, right? Okay, let's get started and let us see what are the golden rules of it. Right, in our previous class right, in our previous class right, we have discussed around 5 rules of making passive sentences. Those rules are: the first rule, okay, the object when it becomes a subject, it must agree with the verb. That is rule number 1. And the next, rule number 2. What is rule number 2 means? When we get, okay, interrogative pronouns like which, what and who. Which, what and who. So these interrogative pronouns has to be changed. Which has to be changed like by which, what has to be changed like by what, and who has to be changed like whom. So this is rule number 2. And the next, rule number 3. So when interrogative indefinite pronouns, right, when indefinite pronouns are the subjects of the sentence, so those indefinite pronouns, as it is a subject in the sentence, but as we learned, so here the passive sentence has to be ended with the subject of the given sentence. But in this case, the subject which has been given as indefinite pronoun, it is need not to, okay, so we need not to use it again. That is rule number 3. And now if you look at the rule number 4, so in the rule number 4 we learn under the rule number 4 we learn, that when indefinite pronouns, it's not indefinite, when interrogative pronouns or indefinite pronouns, right, when they were, or in simple way we can say that when an indefinite pronoun used in the, or negative indefinite pronouns are used in the subject place. Negative indefinite pronouns are used in the subject place. So its passive sentence must be in the negative sense. Right? Yeah, very good. And the rule number 5. When we have 2 objects, so we can make the sentences with either of the objects. Right? Did you understand this? Very good. So these 5 rules we have discussed. Okay? So these all we have discussed in our previous class. And next one. Rule number 6. So certain verbs does not follow the preposition by. So for that we have seen some examples. Right? And rule number 7, infinitives. When it comes to infinitive, like have to write, has to write, used to write, want to write, need to write, dare to see. These are to be. So these are all considered as infinitives, or with the 2 infinitives. When 2 infinitives has come, in what way we have to make the passive sentences. These all 7 rules were discussed in our first live session. This is our second live session. In this live session, we are going to learn the rest of rules. Clear, everyone? Yeah, very good. Very nice to see you all. So like Trivikram Kalyani, Dhanush, Mani, right? You people, that is what I'm telling. These are the very important and crucial parts of the English language. So you people have to learn them appropriately. So to learn them appropriately, just you have to learn the class. You have to join the class without fail. Right? Okay, let's see. Okay, shall I give you one more example over here? Okay, before going to discuss about the rule number, before going to discuss about the rule number, that 8. Before going to discuss about the rule number 8, Yashwant, good morning, Yashwant. Right, I'll give you one more example. I'll give you one example. So, right, I'll give you here. I'll give you some examples. Try to tell me what are the correct answers for this. Okay, just a moment. Oh shit. Okay, right, see there. I'll give you one example over here. Just you have to answer me, right? See. no one has seen her. Tell me, what is the passive sentence of this? No one has seen her. No one has seen her. So what is the passive sentence of this? Yeah, very good morning, Sachiran. What is the passive sentence of this? So right, you have to apply a rule. Okay, what did I say here? Right here, when, right, see, when indefinite, so right, see the indefinite pronoun, that is also, it is negative indefinite pronoun. So no one is a negative indefinite. It's not no one, actually it should be written like this, no one. So it's a negative indefinite pronoun. When negative indefinite pronoun is used in the place of subject, so actually it is subject here, and this is verb part, this is object part. Okay, right, subject, verb and object part. In the subject part, what was used here? In the subject part, negative indefinite pronoun was used. So when we have a subject negative pronoun in the place of subject, then its passive sentence must be in negative. Okay, right, tell me, can anybody say what is the correct answer? What is the passive sentence of this? Can you make this sentence into passive? Make it fast. Okay, right, I'll tell you. So here, see there, her is the object, so that it is to be started with she, because her becomes she when it comes to the subject place. So has plus V3, so it is to be used like has been seen. Okay, so here object, we need not use the indefinitive pronoun. This one already we have discussed. And one more thing, yeah, and one more thing here, no one is a negative indefinite, so therefore this sentence has to be make by using not, so that after has we have to add not. So she hasn't been seen. She hasn't been seen. This is the correct answer for the sentence no one has seen her. She hasn't been seen. This is the correct answer. Right? Did you understand? That is what. So to answer this kind of questions, so if we have idea about the rules that we have learned in the earlier part, we can answer it. If not, we cannot answer a sentence appropriately. That is what, to make a sentence or to make some sentence into passive appropriately, we must have an idea of those sentences. Clear, everyone? Trivikram, have you been? Kalyani? Right, did you all understand this? Right, one more sentence I'll give you. Right, see that. One more sentence I'm going to give you, and try to answer this. Okay, right, see that. Yeah, very good, very good. She hasn't been seen. Right, on what basis have you answered like that, Trivikram? So this is that is what this is. Out of these golden rules, one of the rule we have discussed. So that is why we can answer it. Okay, right, let us see next rule. Okay, so far we have discussed 7 rules. So let's see rule number 8. What is that? Rule number 8. Oh. Okay, let's see rule number 8. Here I was imitated, that is why I'm getting laugh. Okay, see, so participles and gerunds, for example, participles and gerunds. Right, how many of you have understood non-finite classes? How many of you have attended non-finite classes regarding non-finite verbs? I told. So non-finite verb means a verb which is not affected by its subject and time. So non-finite verbs are 3 kinds. One is infinitive, second one is participle, third one is gerund. So infinitive, under the infinitive also there are 2 types, true infinitive and bare infinitive. Gerund only, but whereas when it comes to participles also 2 kinds, present participle and past participle. Right? Did you understand this? So your when we have to answer, yeah, very good. When we have to answer a sentence which contains participles and gerunds as a non-finite verbs in the sentence. In that case, what do we have to do? Once look at the sentence. Yeah, very good. I remember my mother taking me to doctor. Right? You have to look at the sentence over here. Right, you have to look at the sentence. I remember my mother taking me to doctor. I remember my mother taking me to doctor. Right here, see that I remember my mother taking me. Here taking, actually here taking is the verb. So it's a gerund. Okay, it's a gerund. Even gerund also, regarding gerund we have learned. When do we have to use? Only direct gerund. Okay, direct gerund means nothing but only the fourth form of the verb being a subject or object of the sentence. Right, we have to change it. So if you look at the answer, I remember being taken to the doctor by my mother. I remember being taken to the doctor by my mother. So your taking has been changed like being taken. Okay, I found his friend laughing at him. I found him being laughed at by his friend. And you have to think of here, say there are two prepositions side by side. Right? If there is any preposition in the given sentence, the same preposition can be used again. Okay, right? May I give you one example on this? Okay, right? Can I give you one example over here? Can I give you? Okay, right, see that. Okay, let's see. I'll try to give you one more example to you. I'll try to give you one more example. So try to do it. Yeah, try to answer it. Yeah, try to answer this sentence. Okay, right? I'll give you one example. See that. I saw him taking. I saw him taking them. I saw him taking them. Now tell me what is the passive sentence of this. I saw him taking them. I saw him taking them. Can anyone answer this? Try to answer over here. I saw him taking, right? I saw him taking them. I saw him taking them. So for this we have to answer like this, right? So it is to be written like this. Wait just a moment. I'm going to show you correct answer for this. Right. I saw him being taken by them. Very good. Very good. I saw him being taken. I saw them being taken by him. It's not him. I saw them being taken. You have to say I saw them being taken. I saw them being taken. It's not I saw him being taken. I saw them being taken by him. By him. Okay. Yeah, I saw him being taken by them. It's not I saw them being taken. I saw them being taken by him. Being taken by him. Right. So it is to be written used like, see that. I saw them being taken By him. This is the correct answer, right? Okay, clear? Yeah, very nice of you all. Okay, right. And Kalyani, just you have to inform this Anishita, Naisi, Teja, even they did not come. Just once put a word to them. So these things will not be repeated. You know, if they don't learn all these things, they will be lagged again. Just Kalyan try to put a word to them and ask them to join now itself. Right, Trivikram? Have you been Trivikram? Trivikram is always busy with other works. Okay. Right, okay. So did you understand? So when we have participles and gerunds, so in that case we have to answer questions like this. Yeah. Okay, right. Let us see ninth one. Rule number one, or an adverb is used with to convey specific meaning. It should not be removed while making a passive voice. Right? We have to understand here. We have to understand here. That is what I told. When there is a preposition, it is used along with the verb of the given sentence, as it has been used to give a specific meaning. We should not avoid the preposition that is used in the active sentence while we are making the sentence into passive. Right, Trivikram, you have to be very active man. Okay, right? Did you understand this? Suppose, see there, look at the example. We have to look at the example. Mother, right? See there, mother look after their children. Mothers look after their children. Look after. Look after, it's a phrasal verb. So look after means takes care. So here look after, AFT here, after is a preposition. It was used after the verb look to give specific meaning, nothing but taking care. So as it was used to express a specific meaning, in passive we should not avoid it. We have to use it. So that is what. So children is the object, so it was used. So look is the first form of the verb, that is Amizar plus V3. So children are looked after by their mother. By their mother. Okay. So right, did you understand this? And then look at the next second example with regard to rule number. In this rule, let us see one more example. You should not look down upon the poor. That means you should not look down upon the poor. Look down upon the poor. So here look down upon, it's a phrasal verb. That's what you should not consider the poor people are very poor to you. Okay, in your mindset you should not think like that. So that is what, see that. And it was used, see that, should. So should plus V1. So auxiliary plus V1. So when we have to use the auxiliary, we have to use auxiliary plus B plus third form of the verb. So the poor is the object. The poor should not be looked down upon by you, or we need not use by you. Right? Did you understand this? Clear my word up to here? Did you understand 9 rules? Right, out of 16, we have discussed so far 9 rules. So these 9 rules are to be understood very well. Right, all these rules has to be understood. So if we, if we remember all these rules in our mindset, right, without leaving anything, just we can answer a question within short time. We can answer it accurately, to maintain that accuracy as well as to maintain swiftness. Okay, to maintain swiftness also, these all rules has to be understood. So to maintain swiftness, right, if we understand all these things, definitely we can answer it. Very good. Okay, shall I give you one more example? Right, I'll give you one example. So try to answer this. Right, see there. We must nail it down. We must nail it down. Nail it down. We must nail it down that. We must nail it down that. Or we must nail it down. Directly we can write it. Right, will you answer this? Yeah, tell me. Okay. Oh. Yes. Okay, that is what. Okay, you thought that subject has to be used and object and subjects has to be changed. That is what. Right, see there, when you are in class 6, your mathematics standard is different. When you come to class 8, your mathematics standard is different. When you come to grade 10, your mathematical standard is different, right? So at the initial stage, just to make you understand well, I taught you things just to change them, object into the subject, subject into object. But when we, when we have increased our LAL, now we have to go with the difficult and different examples. In that case, so here under the rule number 8, there are participles. Those participles has been used. The subject remains subject and the last one has been used in a different way. Clear my word? Did you understand, man? So will you answer this? So it is to be answered like this. So I'll write it. So it is the object. So 8 must be, because must is an auxiliary, must be nailed. Nail. Nailed means decide. Nail means decide. It must be nailed down by. It must be nailed down by us. So here down is a preposition. This preposition again I used, and afterwards according to our rules, by as a preposition, that preposition also has to be used. So therefore I used a preposition again. After down, another preposition by. Have you all understood this? Clear, everyone? Okay, and let us see rule number 10. Let's see rule number 10. Okay, so far we have learned 8 rules. Let's see the rule number 10. See that in the rule number 10, it was given like this: the verbs let, bid, make, help, feel, watch, heard are used with direct infinitives. Direct infinitive means nothing but without TO2. Okay, to infinitive and bare infinitive. So bare infinitive is also called as direct infinitive in active voice. Right? See, I bade him go. I bade him go means I bade him to go. Actually, we thought that it's a mistake. No, it's not a mistake. These verbs in the non-finite verb place, we can use them like bare infinitives. Right? First of all, have you all understood what is bare infinitive? Have you all understood what are bare infinitives? So bare infinitive means nothing but an infinitive in the place of non-finite verb. We can use without to. Okay, I made them right. Right? I let him go. Right? I watched them try, like this. and he was bidden to go. Instead of to go, we have to use only go. Okay. Right, try to just one second, try to, try to pay attention over here, rule number 10. In the rule number 10, yeah, right, I'll tell you. In the rule number 10, see that the verbs, so these verbs we have to remember. Right, what are the verbs that we have been discussing here? See that let, okay, let, bid, make, help, feel, okay, feel, see, watch, heard, are used with direct infinitives. Direct infinitive. Yeah, correct, man. So, bare infinitive means nothing but base form of the verb without to. Very good. That is the correct one. So, these verbs, generally, these verbs, when we use these verbs in the finite verb place, right? So, after these verbs, the verb that is followed as a non-finite verb, that is to be used without to, like bare infinitive. It is also called as direct infinitive. So see that. So in passive voice, so just you have to look at the over here. See that. In passive voice, these verbs are used with in infinitive, with in infinitive, right? With in infinitive. So here in the active sentence, the non-finite verb was used like a direct infinitive. But in the passive, when it comes to passive, while we are making a sentence into passive, right, it is to be used like a to infinitive. So direct infinitive has to be used as a to infinitive. I too need to go and bring hot water. Right, did you understand this? I bade him go. He was bidden. So right, see that. Just you have to look over here examples. If you look at the examples, you will understand much. Okay, try to understand here. Try to understand what are the rules were given over here. Right, see that. Here bade is the finite verb and go is the non-finite verb. But here non-finite verb is direct infinitive or bare infinitive. Okay, bare or direct infinitive. So bare infinitive, direct infinitive, you know that what is the meaning of it. Right, did you understand this? But in the non-finite verb, if there is a bare infinitive while making a sentence into passive, though the non-finite verb is direct infinitive, but in the passive voice, it must be to infinitive, right? So that is what, that is the reason here go was used like to go. But whereas when it comes to finite verb rules are quite common. So right, so I bade him, just without to, just you have to think without to. If you think without to, here him will become he, and bade is the second form, that is was bidden. So here I is the subject. We need not use subject over here. Just he was bidden. So here go is a bare infinitive, but it was used in the passive like to infinitive. He was bidden to go. He was bidden to go. Did you understand this? See, I made them wait. Right? If you answer this question, you will understand well. Right? See, I made them wait. Try to answer it. I made them wait. I made them wait. What is the correct answer? What is the correct passive sentence for this? Right here, see that. Try to think of it. Try to understand. Here, made is the, see that. Made is the finite verb. It is a finite verb. So here I is the subject and them is the object. Okay. So it is an object, but here wait is a, you know that it's a non-finite verb and it is a direct finite verb. Right? So that is what we have to understand this kind of verbs list. When certain verbs are used in the place of non-finite verbs, so its finite verb must be bare infinitive. So when we have to change such kind of sentences into passive or while making passive sentences, In that case, what do we have to do? So the bare infinitive has to be used as a to infinitive. So therefore here the answer has to be started like this. See that here them become they, okay, and made is the second form, they were made, okay, and here wait is the bare infinitive, so it is to be used like here, to wait. Right? Did you understand this? What did I say? Okay, so in this way this question was answered like this. Say I made them wait, so they were made to wait. I have written this sentence like this. They were made to wait. They were made to wait. Okay, so these are additional rules. This has to be understood. Right? Are you all getting my point? Okay, right, one more example I'll give you. Okay, based on this I'll give you one more example. Say I don't let them come. See, I'll give you one example over here. I'll give you one example. Right. They helped me. Right, they helped me. Now I'll give you one example. Right, see that. They helped me. They helped me. They helped me reach there. They helped me reach there. Okay, this is example. Okay, they helped me reach there. Now tell me what is the passive sentence of this? What is the passive sentence of this? What is the passive sentence of this? Right, so this one here with the, that is what actually here, why did I focused on just these parts, just to make you very clear at these. Okay, what is the correct answer for this? So here they helped me. So up to there you have to think as a sentence. But when it comes to reach there, so reach there has to be considered as a non-finite verb, but it is a direct infinitive. In that case, we have to use direct infinitive. In the passive, we have to make it as a to infinitive. Okay, I was helped to reach there. Right, very good. I was helped to reach there. Very nice, correct answer, Dhanush. Right, did you understand? This is rule number 10. So this is rule number 10. Okay, right, let us see. So in the, not only that, just in the rule number, I felt, so feel also, so feel, see, right, very correct answer. Okay, see, I saw, see there, I saw Ramu cry. I saw Ramu cry. I saw Ramu cry. Ramu was seen to cry. Ramu was seen to cry. We have to say like that. And heard. I heard them speak. I heard them speak against. Okay. They were heard. They were heard to speak against you. We have to say like that. Right? Are you trying to understand? Okay. Try to understand them. Try to understand them. That is what. Once again, you have to. You have to just tell to your brain to. It's. I should not say mug up, but we sometimes it is required. So these verbs has to be mug up in your mindset. So let, bid, make, help, feel, see, watch, hear. So these verbs, right? When these verbs are used in the finite verb place, its non-finite must be a direct infinitive. But in such kind of sentences, while making into passive, we have to remember the non-finite verb, though it is a direct infinitive, but in the passive it must be to infinitive. This is rule number 10. Okay, right? See that? So she let me go. She let me go. I was let go by her. Just it was given like this. Okay, right, let us see. Rule number 11. Rule number 11. Imperative sentences. So that is what, if you record all these 16 rules, if you learn all these 16 rules, you can make perfect passive sentences of any sentence, right? So you will be perfect like anything in the active and passive sentence formation, right? Rule number 11. Let's look at the rule number 11. So imperative sentence. What is imperative sentence means? As we learned, a sentence which starts with verb, we may say it's an imperative sentence. That is, we have learned many times. And not only that, just imperative sentence we generally use to say a command, order, even sometimes we use them for request also. Okay, even sometimes we use them for request, for advice, for permission also. Okay, right, see that. So here it was used in a different way. So commands or orders. When an imperative sentence was used in a command or an order. See, bring a book. Right, we have learned generally the sentences. Imperative sentence generally starts with without subject. So as the sentence without subject, so its answer has to be started with let. Yeah, very good. Okay, right, very good. Conjugation, very nice of you, man. Okay, and in the days to come, I'm going to make videos on vocabulary building. Right, vocabulary building, based on the vocabulary building part, I'm going to make videos. So try to be with them and must watch those videos. That is what, Sidor, from the core of the art, you must have an intention to learn English language. Right. సో అలా మీకు అటువంటి ఇంట్రెస్ట్ని క్రియేట్ చేసుకుంటే ఇంగ్లీష్ నేర్చుకోవడానికి ఇంకా ఇంట్రెస్ట్ పెరుగుతుంది. మీరు ఇంగ్లీష్ నేర్చుకునే కొద్ది చక్కగా మీ మీద మీకు కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ పెరుగుతూ ఉంటుంది. కాబట్టి మంచి వొకాబులరీ బిల్డింగ్ సంబంధించి వీడియోస్ ఇక్కడ నుంచి అప్లోడ్ అవుతాయి. ఆ వొకాబులరీ బిల్డింగ్ క్లాసెస్ని మీరు ఖచ్చితంగా మానకుండా చూడండి. వొకాబులరీ బిల్డింగ్ అంటే జస్ట్ వర్డ్స్ యొక్క ఎక్కువ వర్డ్స్ని ఎలా డెవలప్ చేసుకోవాలి, వాటికి మీకు రూట్ వర్డ్స్ చెప్తూ ఆ వీడియోస్ ఉంటాయి. ఆ వీడియోస్ని మీరు ఖచ్చితంగా మానకుండా చూడడం ప్రయత్నం చేయండి. మీరు ఎంతగా ఎక్కువ వర్డ్స్ నేర్చుకుంటే ఇంగ్లీష్ లాంగ్వేజ్లో అంత కాన్ఫిడెంట్గా మాట్లాడగలరు, అంత కాన్ఫిడెంట్గా రాయగలరు. సో అందుకోసమే మనకి వీటన్నిటికంటే ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఏంటంటే వొకాబులరీ పార్ట్ అనమాట. రైట్, వొకాబులరీ పార్ట్ మీద వర్క్ స్టార్ట్ చేస్తున్నాం మనం. ఓకే, రైట్. నౌ డిడ్ యూ అండర్స్టాండ్ దిస్? బ్రింగ్ ఎ బుక్. లెట్ ఎ బుక్ బీ బ్రాట్. క్లోజ్ ద డోర్. లెట్ ద డోర్ బీ closed. Stop her. Let her be stopped. Ask him. Let him be asked. I think you have an idea, because in these all cases the imperative sentence is used either in the command manner or order manner. But see that when it is used in the request manner, you have to say, suppose close the door. Suppose, see the same example. I'll tell you like here. Right, close the door. Suppose if I say close the door. Close the door. Suppose if I say it is like an order, then it is to be answered like this. Let the door be closed. Okay, we have to answer this like this. Let the door be closed. Right, if the same sentence, if it is used like this, okay, in the request manner, if it is used, so we have to understand whether has it been used in the command manner or request manner. Suppose if it is used in the request manner, then it is to be answered like this. You are requested to. So instead of you are requested, you are requested to close the door. Just see that. The same sentence, the sentence which was given, it is to be used. But while using, just as it is request, instead of let, it was used like you are requested, you are asked, you are requested. Okay, like this. Let the door be closed. Yeah, that's correct. But when the imperative sentence is used in the like a request, in that case we have to answer, we have to make the passive sentence. Instead of let the door be closed, you are requested to close the door, like this. Clear my word? Okay, right? See passive, when no object is given, begin the sentence with you are ordered or you are commanded to, you are requested to, you are commanded to. So go out at once. So go out at once means it's a request. Get out means order, it's a command. But go out at once means that you are requested to go out at once, because it's a request. Right? Did you understand this? And don't stay here. Get out from here. If we are told like that, get out from here, it is to be considered as an order. But when we were told like this, don't stay here, so what does it mean? We were suggested, right? We were informed. So in that case we have to say we are suggested not to stay here. We were informed not to stay here. In this case its answer has to be answered like this. Right? Did you understand rule number 11? Just you have to remember all these rules. Clear? Okay, shall we go ahead? Yeah. Right, let us see the next one. So here and one more actually here, see there, even so obey parents. And this is a imperative parts. Imperative parts, this is also one of the important rules. See there, obey parents. Parents should be obeyed. Help the poor should be helped. Listen to me, I should be listened to, because it's a suggestion. Okay, suggestion. See, in the suggestion part, request part, okay, just in what way we have to politely. So polite request is different, order is different, commands are different, and suggestions are different. So imperative sentences can be used for giving, a command or request, a suggestion, and a polite request. So in this case, what do we have to do? What is the correct answer? In what way we need to make the passive sentences to enable you understand all these things? I'm telling all this. Right? I hope you understood. Okay. Right, let us see. Next rule number. Right, see. Rule number 12. Let's see the rule number 12. Say sentence beginning with let. Okay, let me play here. Right, try to understand here. Try to understand. See, if there is imperative sentence, the imperative sentence has been used in the passive by using let. Right? So as Trivikram told, close the door. So it was answered like this: let the door be closed. Let the door be closed. But in the active sentence only, if the sentence started by with let, in what way we have to do? In what way we need to make the sentence into passive? Suppose, see the example, see there. Let me play here. Let me play here. So it's just as we look at the sentence, just before going to answer it, just look at this. When an object is given, make passive voice as follows. Let me play here. Let me play here. Let me play here. So I may be allowed to play. Let us help him. He should be helped. So let us help him. He should be helped. Let him come in. Let him come in. Right? Will you answer this question? Let him come in. What is the correct answer? Tell me. Let him come in. Let him take that. Let him take that. Can you say what is the correct passive sentence? What is the correct passive sentence of this? Right here the sentence was started with let. As the sentence was started with let, this sentence has to be written in a different way. That is also that is only one of the golden rules, 16 golden rules. This is one of the rules. Right? This is rule number 12. Under this rule number 12, okay, so under this rule number 12, right, we have learned when the sentence was started with let, and if it contains an object, then the sentence has to be made in the passive like this. Let him take that. So we have to say, right, that may be allowed to take. That may be allowed to take, or that should be allowed to take. We have to answer this question like this. Right? Did you understand this? Clear? Let him take that. So here we have to answer its passive like this. That may be allowed to take. That may be allowed to take. In this way, we can answer this kind of sentences. When a sentence was given in the active with the let. Right? Did you understand this? Just try to understand it. Just further, there are some examples. Let us help him. He should be helped. Let us help him. He should be helped. Let him get help. Let him get help. Okay. He is allowed to get help. We have to say he is allowed to get help. Okay, right, see that. Okay, under this, even the sentence was started with let, there is another rule. So when no object is given, begin the sentence with like it is suggested. Let us stay here. Let us stay here. Let us stay here. In this sentence, the sentence does not have object. If the sentence have object, we have to say either suggested or may allowed. And if there is no object, we have to start the sentence with it is suggested. Let him be here. He is suggested to be here. We have to say he suggested that he should be stay here. He should be here. Okay, clear? Right? Are you all with me, dear children? Hello, dear children. Have you all with me? Okay, please let me your response. Are you listening or not? I am not able to get it. Right? So far we have discussed 12 golden rules of it. Okay, Anshita, have you been? Anshita, have you learned all the 12 rules? I think you have come now itself, I think. Okay? Okay. That is what you people are listening but not responding. Not responding. That's what. So just don't be a passive listener. Be an active listener one. Okay, right. Let us see the rule number 13. Rule number 13. Okay, let's see. Rule number 13. So to be is often allowed in the sentence of have in the passive voice sentence of the following verbs. Like fall, rise, come, arrive, go, lose. Look at these examples. Look at these examples. So these verbs. I think it's Corona, right? Okay. Fall, rise, come, arrive, go, lose. Just you have to look at these verbs. Right, see. After the sense of have in the passive voice sentence, after these verbs, we can use to be. Okay. Say example, see, mighty Caesar is fallen. Mighty Caesar. Mighty Caesar. Do you know Julius Caesar? Antony Julius Caesar story, have you remind? So mighty Caesar is fallen. Is fallen means nothing but has fallen. Okay. Summer is come. Summer is come means nothing but summer has come. So in the place of have, we can use like is. Okay. To be is often allowed in the sentence of have in the passive sentence of the following verbs. Right. In this case only fall, rise, come, arrive. Sun is risen. Sun is risen means nothing but sun has risen, it means. Okay. Golden days are gone. Golden days are gone means golden days have gone, it means. Okay. Right. So that is what. These are unusual rules. It seems like unusual rules, but these rules has to be understood well. Okay, if we understand them, these rules appropriately, right, we can answer the questions correctly, right, to make ourselves correct in the stream of English language. Just we need to understand all the rules. Okay, right. Rule number next afterwards, rule number 13 and rest of rules 13, 14, 15 I'm going to explain in our next live session, and try to come to classes. In every live session, try to participate. So as a result, you will learn more and more things. That is what, remember. So that is what, attending the classes is very important one. Okay, don't okay, don't speak or hear. Right, just a moment. Okay, there might be a problem. Yes. Okay, there was a bit problem for me. Right, have you all understood this? That is what. So just so far we have discussed around 13 rules out of 16 golden rules. Out of 16 golden rules, we have discussed 13 rules. Rest of 3 rules are very important rules. These are going to be discussed in our next live session. So our next live session in the evening, it will be started. So our next live session will be started in the evening at 7 a.m. At 7 a.m. it will be started. So ask your friends to join. Don't miss the classes. Okay, try to join the classes without fail. So definitely you will learn things more and more. Okay, clear everybody? Right. So I'll be back with another live session